What's up everyone, my name is James Malloy. I'm also known as Mollerz on the Speed Solving Forum. I am also a delegate, and this is going to be my introduction for Cubing World. So, bit of a background on when I started cubing. I first learned to solve in about 2004, quite a long time ago. My dad had one of the original ones. I'm a bit of a puzzle geek, so I had to learn how to solve it, and I used a layer by layer method that I got from a book. Once I learned how to solve it, I was like, I'm never going to do that again. 4 years later, in 2008, it became a bit of a fad at school. A couple of people brought them in, and the next week, like half of my year group was bringing them in. I already had a bit of a head start. I knew how to solve, and I still remembered somehow. And so my school is a bit competitive as well, so we're all trying to get faster than each other. I got down to about 50 seconds or a minute, and the fad sort of died out. People stopped bringing them in, but I was still solving a bit at home, still trying to get faster. I went online and checked out the world records, and at the time Edouard Chambon had the world record of 9.18, and shortly after Yu Nakajima's 8.72 single. And I was like, oh, these guys are way older than me, you must be really old to have to be fast at Rubik's Cubes. So I quit and didn't think anything of it, and then 3 years later I found the Rubik's Cube that I had, and very quickly found the Speed Solving Forum, and found that there was a competition in my hometown, like 2 months after I discovered speed solving. So I was like, sweet, let's just have a post. Turns out Daniel Shepard and Rob Yao live in my hometown, and so I've now been speed solving for 3 years. I've been to about 20 competitions in about 6 countries. So now I'm just going to go over my main speed cubes and what I average in all of them. I'm an all-rounder, so I compete in all events. So here we go. So 3x3, I have 2 mains. I have a modded Li Ying, and I also have a Weilong V1. My main varies dependent on how I'm doing on the day, but I average about 13 seconds for 3x3. For 4x4, I have a Moyu Aosu. This is by far and away the best 4x4 I've ever tried. I average about 50 seconds on that. 5x5, I use a Sheng Xiao modded by myself. I've also got one modded by Brendan, and it's just as good, but this one's a little bit more broken in, so I prefer this one for now. I average about 135 for that. For 2x2, I use a Diane, and I know CLL, and I average about 4. 6x6, I have a Sheng Xiao with Guhong springs. It's quite tight at the moment because otherwise it pops like crazy, but it just needs to be broken in to be a bit better. 7x7, I use a mini Sheng Xiao. I've been told to put Guhong springs in it, but I actually really like it like this. For 6x6, I average about 3 minutes, and for this I average about 4 minutes 30 to 5 minutes. One-handed, I use a mini Weilong. I've got quite big hands, so I never thought I'd need a mini, but once I started using it, it was great. Yeah, I average about 20 seconds for that. I do have a foot cube. I use an F2, but Daniel Shepard has stolen that off me, so I cannot show it to you. For Megaminx, I use a Diane without ridges, and I have this awesome colour scheme that I took a while devising, and it's really good. I average about 145 on that. This is a stupid event. For clock, I average about 8 seconds, and I have a Ling Ao. I don't know many other fast people who use a Ling Ao. Most people use Rubik's brands. I've got 3 Rubik's brands, which are all really good, but I also have this Ling Ao. This is the best one I've ever tried. I got this off Victor Sinan at World Championships, and it is a ridiculously good clock, and it also has awesome custom inserts, so thank you very much, Victor, for this. I average about 8 seconds for clock. Square one, I use an MF8 V2. Yay! I average about 35 for that. And then lastly, For Scube, I use a Lan. This is like my third Lan Scube because I always drop Scubes and they always explode and I can't fix them. And for this I average about 8 seconds. So that covers all the cubes I use and how fast I am with them all. Regarding videos I'm going to post, there'll definitely be some about clock, since that is my best event. I'm ranked 19th in the world for average and 6th for single in that, so you can definitely expect some clock videos from me. Other than that, I could do them on anything.